What's up, everyone? You're tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 794. We just heard two brand new tracks to the show, Brain Dead by Sunday and their track Passion for Sin. And we followed that with Laundromat Kingpin, Halloween. Back in the day is the... But I'm going to mess that up. When they put it in parentheses, I don't remember what that's called. I'm going to bring my guest on so they can help me because I'm having a very big brain fart. So, what is it called when there's a subtitle on a song?
What is it called? Yeah, subtitles is one thing I'm aware of.
Okay. So it's Halloween back in the day. With me tonight are Mark and Brice from the band Rat Rod. Who also have a new song that we're going to listen to in a little bit. But what's up, gentlemen?
Well, hello.
What's going on?
For having us.
So I completely skipped most of the beginning of what I do on my show. So for those of you that are tuned in, you're listening to the Pennsylvania Rock Show on buildascene.com, megarockradio.net, 107.1 KFGD, St. Louis, Missouri, megarock.net, rootaroo.radio.com, xrpradio.co.uk, and I'm sure I forgot something. Oh, music from the 412.com. I may have repeated it. I might have gotten them. Oh, I did not.
That's
metalshop101.com. We're one of their non-metal shows. Except for when we are.
Well, then you are the metal show. That's cool too.
All right, so Mark, you've been on the show before. Brice, I don't think you have, correct?
No, I've never been on your show.
Notice Mark's smile because he knows what I'm about to do to you.
Oh boy.
Okay, Brice, I'm going to put you on the spot.
It's fun.
So, an official and unofficial Build a Scene questions. I'm going to hit you with those right off the bat. So the official Build a Scene question is, who is your Dave Grohl? And by that I mean, who do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs?
Probably Airborne. Easy. You know, any of their catalog.
That was quick. I'll see if I can trip them up on this one. What is the best pizza you've had because you're a musician?
Best pizza. All right. It was I don't remember the name of the joint, but it was this tiny little corner pizza shop in Times Square, New York. First time I've ever been in New York, in Times Square, that is. And it was like 2:30 in the morning. I got a huge slice. It was like that big of sausage and pepper pizza. It was really good. Definitely my favorite slice so far.
Hey, that didn't work.
At least for like traditional New York style pizza. I have my specialty slices, but you know, that's a local pizza joint.
So I've told this on the air a lot, but we went to New York, and one of my stipulations for my parents was we'll go, but we have to have New York pizza, and we have to have hot dogs on the street. Well, the hot dogs on the street are terrible, and
yes, they are.
And we got pizza in New Jersey.
Well, you didn't get a bad slice then, because I don't think I've ever had a bad slice of pizza in New Jersey.
Yeah,
but
I would agree with that.
And like you, I have no idea where we got it from. We were on a bus tour, and it was the closest place to the hotel.
Yep. It was
that
good,
delivered.
No doubt.
But
sounds about right.
All right, so I'm gonna Mark, you can answer if I haven't asked you these questions. There's a chance I have.
Okay.
All right, so you're standing at the same crossroads that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil. In Mark's face. Why are you there?
For $1 million. Just kidding. I don't know. Probably to save somebody in my family.
I like that answer.
I'm there to meet Robert Johnson.
Anyone who is unfamiliar, he sold his soul to the devil to become a great guitar player. You guys both play guitar, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know that Robert Johnson was a great guitar player, but he was basically the founder of the blues, and well, maybe not the founder of the blues, but he's known for being one of the godfathers of the blues and where rock and roll sort of come from. So he is so important.
If I remember correctly, there's only like one recording of him.
Yeah, there's basically 38 or 40 songs that's been recorded in like one session. I've got the box set of all of those songs, and it's not music you sit and listen to and tap your feet and flip your finger or snap your fingers to. It's like going to school. It's an education to listen to that stuff.
If you're leaving a gig and there's a DeLorean sitting outside waiting for you with its door in the air and a flux capacitor in the back, and you can go back in time and play with any band at any venue, where are you headed?
That's easy. Anthrax at CBGB's in its prime.
Ooh, cool answer. I'll take you one better than that. 1977 CBGB when AC/DC played there.
All right.
Yeah.
So I am meeting, why can't I think of his name right now? Tomorrow, I'm going to take photos at Music from the 412 studio, and I am going to be taking photos of Alice Cooper's guitarist, and I can't think of his name right now.
Kane? Is it Kane Roberts? Is he back with him?
No, that's not that one.
Okay.
I wish I would have paid attention when I was talking to Rocky earlier. But I'll let you know. I'll send you a message when. But anyway, so that's going to be an episode of Rocky's Rock and Roll Symphony on Music from the 412. So if anyone's not familiar with that, Music from the 412 is radio station and a music television on Roku and through the website. This episode will be on there as well. And if you have a Roku, all you have to do is search Music from the 412. There are two different Roku channels. One is an on-demand one, which is kind of flaky right now. And the other one is like a whole network of channels that run just music or shows like this that are put out through Music from the 412. All right, so let's get into a little bit about you guys. I'm going to switch screens on you. And Brice, you're not going to be on this screen, but people should still be able to hear you.
Sounds good.
And what I have pulled up here is your website, ratrodrocks.com.
I'm glad I updated it last night.
For all your rat rod needs.
And I'm just going to real quick scroll past the website, the homepage. Oh, you guys have a show this Friday?
Yes, we do. We're playing in Oaks, PA.
I don't even know where that is.
It's in the western side of Philadelphia.
Okay. A couple other shows on here. You want to mention any of them?
Yeah. Like I said, this Friday we're playing with our friends Instinct and Studweiser and Mid-Sentence at the Water Tower in Oaks, PA. And then on the 17th, we're opening up for Dave Ellefson's Kings of Thrash down at Halftime in Newark, Delaware. We're really stoked for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then about, I think, 2 weeks after that, we're playing a car and bike show on a Sunday, which is kind of cool. Sunday at matinee show we're doing on November 2nd at the Phoenix Bar and Grill in Aston, PA. So we got some cool things, cool shows coming up, and really looking forward to it.
That Kings of Thrash show, I am giving away tickets to Kings of Thrash at the Craft House in Pittsburgh, and that's an October 19th show. But I'm giving those away next Monday, so you guys have a week to get in on that.
Nice.
So when I say I'm giving away, Dresky Entertainment is giving them away. I just spin a wheel.
Okay, very cool. Well, anybody in the Philadelphia, Jersey, Delaware, southeastern Pennsylvania area that's listening to this, we have tickets for that show as well, and we will definitely cut a deal on those things. Everybody knows what the face price are on them, and we'll do better than that.
I don't know about you, but I certainly plan on being there.
I'm definitely being there.
That is probably a good idea.
Yeah, it definitely would make us sound better if you were there.
So I've been told.
Yeah.
All right. So we have like 40 seconds. So I'm going to put you on the spot and say you have 30 seconds on national TV to get people to come check your band out. What are you going to tell them?
Oh, you got to come check this band out. We are a high energy, high octane rock and roll. You're not going to be disappointed. It's two guitars, bass, and drums, and
We bring
Go
the
ahead.
energy, that's for sure.
definitely bring the energy. And you never know exactly what's going to happen, but it's all positive and fun rock and roll. Going to put a smile on your face for certain.
And head to Rat Rod Rocks. That's a mouthful. RatRodRocks.com for more
Easy for you to
information.
say.
Yeah. With that said, we're going to take our first break where I'm giving away tickets to a Drusky Entertainment show, courtesy of Drusky Entertainment. Again, I'm just spinning a wheel. We'll be right back. Hey, it's that time of the show where I'm going to spin the wheel and give away 2 tickets on behalf of Drusky Entertainment in conjunction with music from the 412. This week's show is for Biohazard with Onyx Bayway Swollen Teeth. It is at Preserving, which is in New Kensington. It's an all ages show. It's this Friday. Doors at 5:30 p.m. Show starts at 6:30 p.m. For more information on how to get a hold of those tickets, go to druskyentertainment.com. It is the Biohazard Divide It We Fall tour. And once again, that's Friday, October 3rd. I have, I think, 5 names: Melissa Zunick, Justin Todd, Keith Laydig, Nikki Praza, and Robbie Perrone. And I'm going to hit shuffle 2 times. Their names are on there, I don't know, 400 million times. I'm going to click the button. We're going to find out who is going to win those tickets. And that person is Justin Todd. So, Justin, keep an eye on your email tonight. You'll be receiving an email from me, and you'll get a follow-up email from Drusky Entertainment with information on how to get those tickets. We have plenty of other shows for you to win tickets to. Head to musicfromthe412.com/contest for more information and the shows that you can try and win. With that said, we're going to head back to my interview with Rat Rod here on the Pennsylvania Rock Show. Like normal, the great DJ I am, I forgot to tell you who you were going to listen to, but it works out here. So the tracks you heard in that break were Rat Rod, The Highway, which we're going to talk about here momentarily. And we also heard from Thomas D'Souza and his song, The Apostles Song. So far, everything on the show has been brand new to the show. There's actually only one song tonight that has been played on the show before. We'll get into that a little bit later. If you're just joining me tonight, I have Brice and Mark from Rat Rod. And you missed me trying to trip Brice up and him not falling for it.
That was pretty good on his part. He was right on it. I was impressed.
I'm not done trying, though.
I'm ready for you. Keep it coming.
So, Metallica once played in Antarctica, and my friend Jazz once played next to the South Pole, and Kiss once played in a bay to sharks. What is a non-standard venue that you would like to play at? Mark's like, where is this going?
On top of a junk pile in a junkyard somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
I just came up with that one on top of my head.
That could be fun.
I feel like I saw it in Scooby-Doo.
So throwback real quick. There's this old TV show on TLC called Junkyard Wars. I don't know if anybody remembers it.
Yeah.
That kind of
I do.
junkyard. Where it's like piles of junk sky high.
Now, knowing me the way you ultimately do, Brice, is that really a good idea?
Yes, it's a great idea for entertainment purposes, for your own health. And no, you'd probably need like 4 tetanus shots.
Probably so. So I got this little habit of whenever we play, sometime during the show, usually towards the end, on our out song. It's an up tempo tune, and we break it down a little bit in the middle of it. And I'll go out in the crowd, and I'll find a chair, I'll find a bar, or something, and I'll jump up on it and get up high so I can get everybody's attention.
There was this one time a drunken dude with a mohawk carried him around on his shoulders. It was a good time.
I almost got in a fight with a ceiling fan on that night, and I thought I was going to die. But it was a blast.
There's the time you use the chandelier as a slide on your guitar.
Yeah. So whatever happens.
Have you ever had a venue tell you that they want you back, but you're not allowed to do something like that?
Well, not exactly in those words, but I did attempt to get on the bar one time, and the bar owner ran over and practically browbeat me to that, telling me, "No, you can't. Get down, get down." He was being really adamant that I couldn't get up on the bar. I thought I made him so mad that we weren't going to be allowed to come back. I went over after we were done to try to make amends with him. He was as sweet as pie. He just said, "No, dude, I just didn't want you to fall because the bar's kind of rickety." I said, "Oh, okay. I thought I made you mad."
There's one time John tried to stand on a barrel and went right through the center of the barrel.
Oh yeah, up in a gig up in North Jersey, he stood on this whiskey barrel. I'm glad it was him and not me, because I was thinking about doing the same thing. And he fell straight through the darn thing.
Wasn't that barrel like 100 years old or something?
I know it was worth about $800.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not our finest moment, but
it was great.
Funny.
So this kind of segues perfectly into one of my questions. Tell me about an embarrassing moment that's happened on stage, but you can't tell me something you did. You have to tell me something somebody else in the band did. And it can't be
what we just mentioned.
Can't be that one. You already told it.
Darn.
Oh, I got one. Our drummer's cymbal fell over and chopped his guitar cable and power lead for his pedal board right in the middle of his solo, or right before his solo.
Yep, sliced it like a guillotine.
It was like, nope, boards. You're done.
Yep.
Okay. I asked out of a band who's not together anymore, but everybody was there except for the drummer, and they all told me a story about the drummer. Every one of them. I felt bad.
He was the butt of the stories.
All right, so I just played The Highway. Tell me a little bit about that song. This is like MTV's Storytellers. You can tell me a story about how it got written, something that happened while you were in the studio, whatever you want to tell me, but it has to be about the song The Highway.
I'll let you start, Brice.
Well, to be honest, I don't quite remember the very beginnings, but it probably went very similar to how most of the stuff that comes from any of the riffs that I come up with go. Whereas I'm warming up in the beginning of practice, I just kind of fiddle around, something comes out, and you go, "Hey, play that again." We record it on the iPhone to capture it and then work on it a little bit later. And then
this song started with my riff.
It was your riff, yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't remember if we wrote this together in the rehearsal space or not, like we do some of our other songs. But typically, if we have a good night and we'll work on a riff, we could usually write a song from start to finish in one night. We've done it a few times.
That's pretty much what happened with this tune. As I remember it, I kind of fell into that main opening riff, not the chug, but the I came up with that. And then we just sort of pieced it together. You started chugging underneath, and I was like, "Yeah, start with that." And we just kind of built it. And yeah, you're right. It was pretty much that first night we had the arrangement down.
Yeah,
and
we came up with that turnaround. That's my favorite spot. I call it Def Leppard turnaround coming out of the solo.
Yeah, in the solo, the second half of the solo section. I call it the second act of the solo section. Yeah, that was a great idea. You come up with that. And that's the thing about this particular song that's a little different. And I should say this batch of songs we're writing and going to be putting out, that's a little different than Rat Rod of the past. And that is that we are very much a collaborative effort now. All five of us in the room are working the material, as opposed to in the past, which wasn't bad, but just different. And that was that I would pretty much arrange the music, whether it was Brice's riff or my riff, or collectively he and I together. I would usually arrange the music, and our previous vocalist would write the melodies and words, and then we'd have a song that way, and then bring it into the group, and the band would play it. Now we're writing together, and it's a lot more rewarding. Admittedly, I'm a bit of a control freak, so it bugs me a little bit, and I'll get over it. I'm getting better.
Yeah, and everybody, the best part is, I think, personally speaking, I can say this is true, but I hope everybody else feels the same. But everybody should have or feel like they have a little bit more stock in the material. They have a little more ownership. It gives them a little bit of pride, a little bit more pride than they may have already had. At least that's how I feel. Not that I wasn't prideful before, but I'm even more so now with what we're writing, because I played a much bigger role in each tune than what may have been previously created.
Yeah, I've always kind of wanted everybody to have their own corner of pride in the songs and stuff, but I realize that that's hard to do when they didn't literally write stuff. So it's much better now, ultimately, for a band.
Yeah.
So you say that this next batch of songs, how many do you guys have ready?
We have an album's worth of material in various stages of completion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to release the songs individually, kind of like what we did a few years ago when we put out our Light 'Em Up record. We released songs individually over like a 6 or 8 week period per song, and eventually by the end we had a full album out material out digitally. We're going to do the same basic thing now, because let's face it, this world is a world of singles. So we're just going to capitalize on that and release singles, and then at the end we'll have an album's worth of material, and then we'll put an album out. It'll be pieced together at that point.
Yeah, I can confirm, as the youngest one in the group, I very rarely listen to albums anymore, like full albums. I mean, I do occasionally, but it's very rare. So it's unfortunate, but that's what you get when you get all the music that you can muster at your fingertips, and you can just be complete ADHD with what you listen to throughout the day. So
I laugh because I'm there too. I didn't think I would be, because I owned an 8-track, I owned cassettes, I owned CDs. Like I kind of noticed I was stroking my gray hair when I was talking about that.
Yes.
I have like 4 CDs somewhere around here.
I still buy full albums, but I buy them digitally now through iTunes.
I could probably name the 4 CDs that I have too.
Name that tune.
Yeah, right.
With one note.
Somebody already does that shtick.
Fair point.
That guy's on TikTok somewhere.
Yep.
I still to this day remember the 8-track that I owned, but I don't know a single song on it. What I know is that it had a Superman logo on it, and that's why I wanted it, because I was a little kid and it had Superman on it. It was all disco music. I might have listened to it once.
That was my first album. My very first record, my first album was K-Tel's Disco Rocket. And I still have it.
Hey man, disco's cool.
The first album that I can remember purchasing was Destroyer by Kiss. Which was, I didn't buy it when it first came out, because I think it came out in
76, I believe.
Yeah, 76. Which coincidentally is the year I was born. So definitely didn't buy it that year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the first album I went and actually made a point of purchasing, I went and ordered it from the record bar back where I lived in the Midwest. It was Women and Children First by Van Halen. I had to have that record, so I went and ordered it before it hit the shelves.
Brice, I'm going to ask you what your first one was, but I'm going to give you a minute. We're going to take another break. We'll be right back. We're going to listen to The Anxiety Effect, The Lost and the Found, which is it's been played one other time on the show. It's fairly recent to the playlist. And then we're also going to hear Corners of Sanctuary, also from Philadelphia. And their song Broken Paradise, which this is the first time it's being heard on the show. And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Bill. You're tuned in to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 794. With me tonight are Mark and Brice from Rat Rod. Earlier in the show, we listened to a new track from their band called The Highway. You can find them at ratrodrocks.com. They're on the other side of the state from me. I'm going to be honest. When I knew I was going to Philly, I looked all the bands up that I had on the show to see if anybody was playing, and nobody was.
Aw, man. When were you here?
It was the last. It was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the last week of July.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what we were doing at that time.
We were visiting colleges.
Oh, good reason to be out here.
We actually went. We stopped at University of Penn, which is why we were in Philadelphia. But we also went to Lehigh, Lafayette, Bucknell, and we were going to go to Princeton, but it was here. You'll remember it was 100. The heat index was 105 the day we went to the University of Pennsylvania. So
that could not have been fun.
Well, they canceled the walking tour. Canceled it.
Yeah.
And if you ask my son or my daughters who were with us what they thought of Penn, they'll tell you they don't remember anything because the first half hour was you just cooling back off from being outside, and it was terrible.
Bummer.
Anyway, so Brice, I told you coming out of the last segment that I was going to ask you if you remembered what your first album that you bought was.
I do. Well, it's one of two because they were purchased pretty close to each other. I don't remember which one was first. And it's important to note that they're CDs, not vinyls. I don't own a stitch of vinyl, unfortunately. I will when I have a house.
My 15-year-old daughter owns a vinyl.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a local band.
Nice.
All right. So the first of the two albums that I think I probably purchased first, I think this one's the first one, was The Fall of Idols by All That Remains. That was my first CD that I bought on my own, I believe. And then the close second, which could have been right around that time too, was Anthrax's Volume 8. I bought Volume 8 in the local mall out here when it still had a CD store downstairs. That is no longer there, obviously, because that mall is just about empty now. But yeah, those are the two that I remember purchasing. Like I said, don't remember which one came first, but it was one of those two.
There was this place in New York. It was called Least of All Records, and I think they're out of business now. But Black Ridge, which is the local band I was talking about, went. Oh, you guys have one?
Yep, we did it with those guys. That was awesome.
That's fun.
You say they're out of business?
I think they are. I could be wrong, but I think it's what LEE least of
with a V.
I'll just Google it while let's see. Least of all sound recordings. So the website's still there, but there's absolutely nothing on it except for the logo.
Bummer. That was a neat experience.
But that's the album the vinyl that my daughter owns. It's a song called "Live Fast and Die a Good Looking Corpse."
Very cool.
Okay.
And you probably did the same thing where you addressed the person that you were recording the song for. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we ended up playing 25 songs that day. Actually, only 5 songs, but 25 recordings.
25 first takes.
Yeah, we played the song "Lightning Strikes." We played that song 8 times. You know the running joke. You know, Ringo, I got blisters on me fingers from I think it's Sgt. Pepper's or whatever. I literally had a blister on my finger from the hybrid picking that song.
I could not play that song for the rest of our career, and I'd be okay. No offense to our song, but like that day was enough.
Yeah, definitely got it out of our system. That and Hella Ride. That was the other song we played the crap out of that day.
Yeah, that's true.
Why am I Smoke Wagon, Ballad of
Oh, the
Peacemaker.
Tombstone
yeah,
or Peacemaker. Yeah.
Peacemaker. That, had I known, that would have been the one I would ask you guys to do. I love that song. Even
Good too.
can't remember the name, but again,
I
gray
don't
hair.
know if I remember how to play it right now.
Yeah, you haven't played. We haven't actually had that in our set in a number of years.
Yeah,
Even
it's
before
been-
Mike left, we hadn't played it in a while.
Yeah, it's been 4 or 5 years, 6 years probably.
We should dust that off because it is a cool tune.
I'm down.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, Bill. That's a good one to bring to dust off. That's the cool thing about being in this band now. We've got a back catalog of like 30, 35 songs to choose from. It's really kind of cool to be able to pick and choose different things. And there's stuff we forgot about.
Hell, we could play a 2-hour set if somebody'd let us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the scene in Philadelphia similar to Pittsburgh where like they put 6 bands on a show?
Sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of times. Yeah.
We had 5
Make it a
this
half
last
hour.
night.
I've only put on festival shows, so I could kind of be considered part of the problem. But but I haven't done those in years. I used to do the Pennsylvania Rock Show anniversary show. I don't know. I did like 5 or 6 of them. I'm now on year 21 of the show, so
sounds like time to put another one together and invite a little band out of Philly.
I have to find a venue. My venue is no longer viable.
Listen, we'll drive. We've gone farther for less. Hell, we drove all the way out to Erie for a cheesesteak.
You left Philadelphia and went to Erie for a cheesesteak.
Well, we play. I remember I hit you up about that. Reminded you. We played that little club called Philly on the Rocks up there in Erie.
Yes.
Yeah, and they have a killer cheesesteak. It's really good. So it wasn't just for the cheesesteak, but our running joke is we drove all the way to Erie for a cheesesteak. It was actually a really fun time.
I'm trying to think of the name of the place that we got the Philly cheesesteak from. Man, I think it was it was a first name and it was in a suburb.
It wasn't like in South Philly. It wasn't Gino's or Pat's.
No. It was man, I wish I could remember the name of it.
Tony Luke's?
No. I will be able to find that too. I just have to go back a little because I messaged Mick from Corners of Sanctuary and I'm like, where should I go? And I ended up not going to any of the places he told me.
Well, chances are if you went to a small little mom and pop pizza joint, they probably gave you a great cheesesteak.
Oh, what we got was phenomenal.
You can't get a bad cheesesteak around here. That's just a fact.
We I want to say we got 3 different ones. And our hotel room had a refrigerator, so we had it multiple days, but
perfect. That's the way to do it.
I can't remember where it was. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, so we have a little more than 2 minutes right now. And I still haven't tripped Brice up with a question.
Cool.
So let's see if I can get him with this one, or maybe Mark. So at what point, like, can you pinpoint when you realized that you wanted to be a musician? I got to pause.
Let's face it. I've had a guitar in my hand since I was like 4 years old, so probably not. There's not any one moment really. I've been in high school, or I've been in band classes since I could go to school, so it's just kind of second nature. Always has been.
Do you play anything other?
Go ahead.
Do you play anything other than the guitar?
I play a little bit of bass here and there. In high school, I was in the percussion section in a concert band, so anything that could be beat on with a stick of some sort. Or in marching band, I played cymbals in our competition indoor marching band, so that was cool too. But yeah, that's.
And he had piano lessons when he was 6 years old.
Yeah, but I haven't touched piano since, so that doesn't count.
It taught me how to play because I used to help him.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, how about you? Can you pinpoint when you decided you were going to be a musician?
I actually can, believe it or not, because it wasn't second nature to me necessarily. I mean, I was always interested in guitar, and I've told you the story before about my grandmother who used to watch the
Mhm.
Johnny Cash show, and I was enamored with Johnny Cash, and I had a guitar because of Johnny Cash way before I could ever play it. And I eventually got lessons and blah blah blah. But what really tipped me off to the fact that I really liked the attention, I liked the people clapping at me, I liked people looking at me in a positive way, was when I was in 6th grade. We did an air band competition. It was like the lip sync thing, a lip sync competition, or not a competition for lip sync, but it was a lip syncing at a talent show in 6th grade. And I lip synced with the other 4 idiots with me. We did Back in Black by AC/DC, and I was Brian Johnson. And I said, "This is cool. I want to do this, but I can't sing." So I played guitar instead.
So that's pretty much the time that we have tonight. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me.
Pleasure. Thank you once again for having us, man.
And I want to remind everybody listening and watching to head to ratrodrocks.com and get a copy of The Highway, and keep an eye out for the rest of the new music that they have coming out. I was going to say shortly, but I guess I don't really know.
Well,
as it
honestly,
rolls
really
out
for sure. Only thing I can tell you for sure right now is we got the song out right now, and in about 2 weeks roughly, the video will drop for it on YouTube, and we'll push that everywhere as well. And then the next song will be sometime after that.
Okay, so we're going to play 2 more tracks here on episode 794. They are also brand new to the show. There's Scott McDonald, I Know You Well, and Laura Rulo, which is an acoustic rock song called Invisible. And make sure you join us each and every Monday night. Radio-wise, we're on at 10 p.m. on musicfromthe412.com, Mega Rock Radio, or sorry, I'm doing the wrong set. Musicfromthe412.com, buildthescene.com, and metalshop101.com, as well as xrpradio.co.uk in the Highlands of Scotland. So any 4 of those stations, you can listen to us at 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday nights, and then we're replayed throughout the week on various stations. And if you like the video, head to musicfromthe412.com or go to Roku and look up Music from the 412, and you can watch this stuff whenever you want, 24/7. And with that said, we're gonna head off into the evening.